Hello and welcome into the Carnival of Flamigo for this event. Hopefully you're all doing good, and there's actually for once an extensive list of field research tasks we'll be able to get over the next week, apart from Saturday when it's the catch mastery for Aura. But hey, looking at it, the Paldea Gen starters all can be shiny from catch 10. Explore 2 kilometers is going to give you Surskit or Spritzee. They are in the wild, so don't necessarily bother with that. Make 3 curve throws in a row is going to give you Lotad or the new debut Flamigo that cannot be shiny, I would add. 5 curve throws is going to give you Petilil, Frillish or Pikipek, and actually, thankfully, 1181 Flamigo can be found on its own from Make a Great Curve Throw. And Spin 5 Stops is going to give you Lotad, Finion or Bounce Sweet, that's what it's called. And finally, we have to say thanks very much once again to Melnick94 for the gifted timed research for this one. Thank you so very much for your generosity, because it gives us a really nice pose with Carnival maracas and that sort of thing. There's no new shiny debut in this event, it's just Flamigo being featured. So we're gonna see what we can get, because apparently there are shiny boosts for Lotad, Spritzee and Pikipek. Not that Pikipek was featured as November's Community Day literally like a month and a bit ago, 2 months, 3 months ago. I'm liking the look of this event. Honestly, the spawns seem quite nice and diverse. There's some good stuff to go and chase. Hopefully the shiny boosts are actually accurate. Field research tasks look like there's plenty of options to go for, and Flamigo should be in the wild, as you can see from not my raid nearby, my actual nearby. And where is our closest one? Just down the road. So let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comments below, of course, and hopefully you have a good one with this event. Don't forget, we have the Cologne Stamp Rally event this Saturday. We're flying over for it literally for like less than a day. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fairly unique, so we'll have at least a Flamigo with a background for that one. Actually, a few things to catch up on. Of course, Vulpix Community Day. Thanks everybody who engaged on that video recently. While doing the editing, we picked up a shiny Diglett, which was great from that last event. It was the only Diglett we got. We got one on the final day of the event, which is lovely. And just this morning, we picked up a shiny Smoliv. So we're already starting the day with some shiny goodness, I might add. And we'll round off this first clip by saying, Marta, my fiance, dropped a lucky trinket on us so we could swap our shiny Fidos. Yesterday evening, two days ago, I think, actually. It's one of my favorites. I love Fido, such a good shiny. Thought it deserved a bit more IV goodness. Let's see what it came out as. It turned into a 558. I can't remember what we were looking for, but it's pretty goddamn good at a 96%er. Hers was not dissimilar. I think it was a little bit worse than this one, but lucky shiny Fido acquired, and I will never evolve it. I'm going to keep it as a Fido. And there we go. You can see it there. We have finally found our, it's actually weather boosted, our first Pokestop check. No matter, the Flamigo will come up in a second. Let's get our Flamigo. Very interesting Pokemon. It's a fighting flying type, so just like Hawlucha, I believe. We'll put a silver Pineapple down on it, and it's looking like a somewhat easy excellent if you could be bothered to wait. It's more Pokedex debuts coming through events that have been lasting for the weeks. So there we go. Sandwiched between, was it Houndstone and Citadel. Very cool, and this one is 0 star. Would you expect anything else for the Pokedex? But there we go. Doesn't evolve, doesn't do anything like that. We'll have to wait for it shiny at some points in the future, but I do have stage 1 of the premium research, which is great. Let's get a Pineapps and some Ultra Balls, which is much more needed than the Star Piece, and some encounters with event-themed Pokemon. I think it's 1 stage, maybe. I just see the Carnival pose right there at the bottom, so whether it's going to be a one and done. We get a Flamigo, 1181, wasn't it, for the research hundo? There you go, easy, excellent. It's also 500 dust extra per Flamigo catch. You can see there's 600 base catch, which is really nice. Not base catch, know what I mean. And this is going to be a Spritzee. Lovely, so get the shiny boosts in there. And then we get a Carnival pose, which I'm very tempted to whack on, to be honest. There's another Flamigo, 1165. That's much better IV, and we're going to use an incense. I think we'll drop a daily incense, because the event bonuses for this one not only include the Stardust boost on Flamigo, but it's 2 times incense duration and double Daily Adventure Incense duration, which honestly just occurred to me, sounds like a real good bonus, but I don't know whether it's going to stack properly, because of course February's Go Pass has just come into play this morning. If the February Pass is the one that's in play, we don't have the tier 2 bonus for double incense duration anyway, so we're getting an event bonus that is a Go Pass unlock potentially at a later time. Let's check this one. Bound Sweet, love it. We do have a collection challenge though. You just have to catch some of the Pokemon featured in the wild, and it gives you a Spritzee. We have to catch a Surskit to get the other one. I think the other collection challenge gives you the Flamigo. Now it's telling me I've completed it. So there you go. The February Go Pass is the primary one. Let's see if we can get a G-Bird today, because we did get a Galarian Articuno actually yesterday on a short walk. Wasn't shiny, threw a terrible throw because it decided to go up just as I tossed the ball, and it broke out and left immediately. But hey, as is unfortunately a very common theme at the moment, it is pretty dead weather here in the UK, but we have some different quests. One's a frillish, wouldn't say no to a shiny of that today or over the course of this week. Oh, we've got a shiny boosted Lotad from Research. Let's go. 3 curve throws in a row has delivered. I'm actually astonished. Although last week we got the Yungoos, which was the boosted one for that event. None of the shinies are particularly useful, but they're good ones to tick off. And Lotad, it's been a while. Network error? Okay, whatever you're gonna say, game. Lotad has not been featured for a very long time in an event, and not a bad one. It did have a research day back in the summer of 2019. It was a really, really long, old research. I think it was the 3rd research day that ever existed, actually. Was it March of 2019, actually? And it was an 8-hour research day. It's what you'd probably call a catch mastery event that's happening this Saturday. Field research tasks for Lotad, and it had shiny Castform debut that was the only thing in the wild. That's a very nice Lotad shiny. Jolly good, and it means we can check a few more quests. I want to go and do that Shadow Rotini over there. Catch 10, I'll have that for a Paldea Gen starter, and there's a Lotad that's a non-shinny. Spritzee probably is more difficult to acquire normally, so I'd say try and go for that one if you can. Pikipek, I'm sure all of you guys have got a shiny Pikipek. Oh dear. I have to say oh dear, because winning in the GPL is usually a fatal horror of mine, but I have to say, yesterday I actually hit max sets of battles for the first time in years. We're now up to the 52 wins out of the 80 required for the level up. While we're still trudging around in the rain, I'll get this done and say thanks as always to every single part of the Patreon squad who take the support of the channel and the content here to the next level. My angle is seeming very weird, but no matter. Without all of that extra support, doing crazy wild bits and pieces, day travel, going to the live events and pushing this content full time, I would say, would not be a possibility. We wouldn't be doing it for so very long and doing it as much as we do. So appreciate every single one of you for all of your support. And thank you to all of you who watch the videos, hit that like button and are subscribed here as well. Oh my God, my umbrella's going for a wander. But I will say we've actually managed to finally find a research task that gives you a Flamigo and nothing else. I think it's this one down here. Flamigo 1142. So pretty dead, but genuinely, at the moment, that's the only research task I've found. Everything else has been, you know, starters, Lotad, and all that sort of stuff. Not an amazing number of stops, I will just stress that, but I feel like the rain just makes everything feel like much more of an ordeal. That's pretty terrible. And we have to check spin 5. It's going to give us a Lotad. Everything's been spin 5 or explore 2, and honestly, I'm ditching the explore 2. There are many things to do that are better than that. There you go, 5 curve throws and a catch 10 and a Finneon. We do have the free research stage 1, so you get quite a bit of Stardust and you get Incense back for dropping one, which is good. You get a Lotad of, I think, pretty miserable IV, but that's fine. Hopefully yours is better than that. This will be the Pikipek, and I'm fairly confident the other one's going to be the Spritzee. If it's not, oh my God, it's not. Okay, I take it back, it's a spinner rack. And we get some more Stardust and a bit of XP, and there is a Flamigo with 1151. This is, yeah, 2-star. But we have a collection challenge for a Flamigo itself, so some more dust and XP, and this, oh my God, it's 1142 again. We got to use another incense, spin some more stops, catch some more stuff. Go past for February, we're already some way through that. I think we might venture the Black Sheep, find somewhere dry to sit down, have a little look-see at that. Oh, we have a quest done for a Petalil. Okay, either we're getting very lucky with the encounters, or these shiny boosts are legit for once. Shiny Pikipek from a wild spawn, 663, probably the least important one of the 3, I would say, considering obviously we've mentioned it had a community day in November of last year, but it's still a very lovely shiny to pick up, and it's not boosted, so it could be good or extremely rubbish. Oh, nice middle finger stat. But I think I'm right in saying that that could be my first shiny Pikipek outside of a community day window, which is no bad thing, let's be honest. And that's a Flamigo task we've just picked up. Oh, it's worth mentioning, it seems that Palkia and Dialga, or whatever the legendaries coming in, will actually come in tomorrow. It's February the 4th, not February the 3rd, so Tornadus is still in the raids for today. Can I get to this Tatsugiri in time? I got a little bit bored of wandering around in the rain and the wind, so we're here with some research tasks, some go pass action, and Ponytail stage 5 of 7. I've seen quite a few people already getting their shiny Keldeo. Congrats if you are, like JT, Tony, etc. We're gonna wait. Obviously we have stage 6 to still do. We get a max mushroom if it lets me claim it. Earn a Platinum Unova medal. Thankfully, we have done that. What do we have to do? 100 field research tasks, which shouldn't be too difficult, thankfully. But we get a shiny Keldeo t-shirt, and that is the encounter. We're going to sit on that till we take a flight. But I do have 3 Flamigo quests. One's going to be 1158. Now, from what I've read, and it's not unexpected given the Pokemon is a single stage basic Pokemon, this thing's not obviously going to be good for raids, flying or fighter. We've got much better stuff compared to this one. 1168 I think is the best one we've seen, but this thing in PvP has some serious use when it comes to Great League and Ultra League apparently. Double kick, uppercut is quite a powerful fighting move, and then Brave Bird. The final one is going to be a 1167, so we've had 2 okay IV ones. Whether I utilize this thing in my quest to get to level 80, I don't know. Stage 2 of the free research needs to get 2 incenses for using 2 incense, and we get some more encounters. Lotad, not a shiny, and even worse than the one before. Check 2, of course, should be the Pikipek, not a shiny this time round, unfortunately. And this will be the Spinarak. No blue of that one. I remember when they got released as part of Halloween 2021, we were at Liverpool Safari Zone back then. More dust, more XP, and the encounter for a Flamigo of 1153. Let me know your best IV in terms of Flamigo, and obviously trying to find it in the wild. It's rare, but you can find it. Now, Go Pass. For January, I left it all until one particular time. I don't think I'm going to bother doing that this time around. It didn't provide anything particularly good. No lucky trinket this time around, but you do get Poké Coins, and if you get the premium track, I think you actually get a much better deal on Poké Coins when you buy the pass compared to what you might do normally. A Demax EV that's not shiny once again, making excellent throws. Need to slow down on that progress. Quaxley that's not shiny or good. It's not going to catch, but Inkay that's not the D-Max one, that's a shame. A Growlithe that's a tiny one, but not a tiny shiny. Oh my god, will it stay in the ball? And that's our lot so far on the Go Pass. Of course, we can get more points and stuff like that as the days go on. There's no particular rush with that one. I don't know whether to lure up or just call it for today, honestly. We've had some shinies, etc., and we're getting the sort of faint glow from the mist that's forming inside the camera. We're going to wrap up today's adventure right here. Those lures lasted for half an hour. Unfortunately, didn't bring anything too exciting in. I did look through the event spawns and realized Finneon is one of those shinies I've just, for whatever reason, never bothered to actually evolve it. And this is the first one I got all the way back, tour for Sinnoh in Pasadena, which is quite apt because, of course, we're going there in a matter of weeks. So let's get Luminion, or whatever it's called, into the shiny decks for today's video. And as I said before, let me know in the comments below, how's your Flamigo hunt been going? Obviously, it's running through until Sunday evening. Very best of luck on those shiny boosts. That's actually quite a nice little shiny fish. I don't think I've ever seen it before, or ever paid attention to it, but no matter. Definitely not got a lucky trade for one, but hey, there we go, shiny decks for today's video, because of course, no new shiny for this event, and I'm hoping that later down the road in February, we'll have some better events, because next week's one is not looking too good with Valentine's event, I've got to be honest. It's Nidoran male and female, timed research for Heart Spinder is finally back after many years, and Heart Trim Furfrou, but there's no extra shinies or anything like that. It's a bit dead, to be honest, but I'm very much looking forward to LA Kalos Tour. Bring it on, and of course, Cologne this Saturday, but hopefully we'll be back before the week is done with some more video bits and pieces. So make sure you hit that subscribe button if you like what you see here. Thank you very much to each and every one of you who has done. And of course, there's plenty of other videos for you to continue checking out. If you want to have a look at what tour is going to look like potentially, have a look at last year's. We had some insane luck over in LA. And of course, another live event travel, Milan City Safari was where we got one of our more recent Lotad shiny catches, as well as some other amazing stuff. But I will say, until the next time, peeps, do take care.